Welcome, everyone. Today is July the 20th. Super excited to have the team here at CipherCore. I believe there's one more person I have to unmute. I'm just waiting for him to raise up his hand. But it's a beautiful day. And yeah, I'm super excited to take a look at these guys. They have a lot of cool utilities attached with the Anons pools. We're going to talk a little bit about the whole process with, depositing, withdrawing, and transferring and stuff like that. And the whole idea behind privacy, anonymity, safety and security, which is obviously what crypto strives to be, kind of a decentralized field, because that's why crypto is so popular. The idea that you could transfer money, from one country to the other. For example, if I have an aunt that needs $5,000, for example, she gives me her Bitcoin or Ethereum address, I just send the coins right there. And that's the idea. Instead of me going to the bank saying, okay, blah, 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 I have to send for this based on what, and they'll ask me questions of, for what reason, blah, 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 all this other stuff. So that's the reason why crypto obviously is very popular. So we're going to talk a little bit about, the privacy, anonymity, safety, and security behind CipherCore, what these guys are striving for. So I just have to unmute one more person. What is his username? He needs to raise up his hand, because then I can't find him. There's too many people in here.
His name is Akfine Glitch Guild. His name is Roman,
Roman, okay.
Yeah, Roman. With an octopus on his PFP.
Oh, Ronnie. Okay, here. Okay, perfect. Ronnie, you're now unmuted, my friend. What's up?
No, not Ronnie. It was Roman, actually.
Oh, Roman. Okay.
Yeah, Roman.
Ronnie, my bad. Ronnie was raising up his hand. Roman. I can't find him, man.
He has an octopus on his PFP.
Roman. Oh, is it like an octopus?
Yeah, holding a banana.
Okay, yeah. He needs to raise up his hand, but because then it would go to the top if he raises up his hand. Okay, perfect. I muted him regardless. Roman, can we hear you? Because I just unmuted him. Because I'm pretty sure he needs to raise up his hand. Okay, perfect. Roman's here. All right, what's up, man?
Yo, hello. I'm fine, actually. Nice to join this AMA today. I'm just probably gonna sit at backgrounds and listen to you guys, and I will add some info if
all right,
if you will need. Yeah. So.
No worries
for having us today.
No worries. That's totally fine. All right. So I guess V is going to be answering the questions for today. So I guess, starting things off, I guess kind of introduce yourself and then the team behind CipherCore.
Okay, then. So I'm an English teacher in real life. I just have some Web3 dev stuff, moderations mostly, what that means, just set things up, set the AMAs, do the stuff, set the bot stuff, and here I am. I ended up finally with Andrew and the team. So the CipherCore team is a big name in the space. They had several projects before, like Alien Astronaut. It went like boom, crazy back in the day. It was even listed in CMC even for lunch. It printed for money for everyone, literally. It was one of the best projects ever. So we had a lot of the successful projects, and we have decided to make something different now. A privacy platform which won't go offline even if the website goes off. Unlike most of the privacy-based tokens like Zcash or Tornado Cash. So this is the story behind CipherCore team. Everyone is based, our dev has was on the blockchain almost since the day one, and never rugged never rugged the project before. So, and Raymond is also on the core team. He can tell more about the team himself and the other guys.
Sure. Just to add some info, our core dev is Andrew. He's the founder too, so he's leading dev team, and he got literally big experience in helping other projects to launch, fundraising for different projects, and he worked really a lot on a lot of stuff. As I am just helping with community management, doing some research for CipherCore, and trying to help or my teammates to understand what's the valuable today, like what's the meta today, how we can implement this into our project, and what direction of development we can lead. So, for example, we want to as meta today, like to develop even some bots for people, so they will be able to use our privacy utilities and stuff. And also I'm doing like deeper and deeper research in this case. Also, we have like 3 team members who helping with all the community management and marketing. Their names is like Rocket. Real name is Gregory. He is from United States, and we have also some good people on our team. So our team is quite big, and it's really helping us to hold the project well. So yeah, so please go ahead.
Okay, sick. So I guess, the idea behind CipherCore and the idea for this project, where did this, ideas come from? Like, why did you choose, CipherCore, for example, and then why did you guys decide to do this type of, utility type project?
That's
I
actually,
believe,
yeah, go ahead.
so I believe muting my mic. Go ahead.
Okay, sure. I was just thinking back in a few days, like what's the bigger deal behind the cipher, instead of just like giving people some additional utility. Maybe like when people even doing some donation to different organization and they want to say to keep their anonymity, they're using the different ways to wash their ETH and send them private to different organizations to keep their anonymity. So this is the real case of what we are trying to do, because as you know, Tornado Cash got different sanctions on them. Use the circle, banned them, and people facing that issue that they can just even can do legal stuff, like literally legal privacy, that because they need it, because they might be public faces, they might be big influencers, but they don't want to hype on these donations. They want just to hide this, and it's really cool thing that we can help them with that, to donate to various organizations. Also, maybe different wallet chasers, like for example, if you buy any shitcoin, so people will follow you and they will buy the shitcoin too. But if you will use like any washer, so you will make your wallet more anonymous. I'm sorry for my language, I'm not native, but anyway, your transactions will be really anon, and you can stop people to follow you, to steal your alpha moves, and of course they will hand your different tokens from that. You can use, of course, different bridges and different centralized exchange, but it might cause some risk. But at CipherCore we have different pools which using native tokens for different chains, and this makes it more safer. And of course, we are audited, and our contract is cannot be changed. That's why we want to keep this development. In addition of that, we have in plans to implement decentralized or autonomous organization pools, which will allow our investors to take part in revenue share, because we have some fees on our pools, and of course we want to make it more decentralized, so people will be able to take some profits from our project, of course, as investors. And we also implemented our protocol on Ethereum, on Binance Smart Chain, and on Arbitrum. As soon as time comes, we will implement on more chains, of course, because as I can see, for example, ZK Sync have like really a big amount of transactions, and it's really literally a good addition to the Ethereum, so people might be interested to use that. Yeah, that's I hope that's all about.
Yeah, great explanation just to start off a little bit about the project and behind the idea of CipherCore itself. I'm just more curious about, we talked a little bit about in the beginning about the anons pools. So specifically, what are they? How do they work? And, what is the benefits of, users actually using these anon pools rather than using, PancakeSwap and a bunch of other, staking pools in a sense like that? Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure. First of all, let's start from our washer pools. So people able to deposit their ETH, for example, in this pool, and according protocol, they will receive secret phrase, which will allow them to withdraw their funds from this contract to their own wallet, but it might be any wallet they want. So this way, when many people using this protocol, so they will deposit like 100 of people deposit one ETH, and for example, people starting withdraw to their different wallets not connected with their previous wallets. So it makes for anyone, it's confusing for people what wallet is yours. And this way, when they're using this, they're paying some small fees in native tokens. So these native tokens will be used to share revenue through between all CipherCore token holders. That's the simple idea behind, and we started to develop project a little bit more than 2 months ago, and from this time, Andrew with the core with the dev team, they developed a working platform, some blockchains, and only after that we decided to launch a token to attract bigger community and to continue to grow from this and develop future utilities.
Okay, so I guess, you talked a little bit about the anon pools. Could you explain, I guess, the technology behind it specifically? So how can, users ensure, privacy, anonymity, safety, as well as security?
Part of anon pools includes ZK snark protocol. This means special protocols generate ZK snark proof for you. It generates secret phrase for you, and this phrase should be stored safely. And of course, you not allowed to share it with anyone, even with team, because it might cause that you will lose all your funds. And this way we are like excluding connection of wallet of your another wallet to the website, to the smart contract, and smart contract sending ETH direct to your another wallet. So we are using this technology and this technology recommended as a really safe solution because it's used in Tornado Cash too. And yeah, I think that's all I understood from your question. Can you please maybe clarify for me?
Yeah, so we talked a little bit about, the privacy, anonymity, safety, and security. So could you talk a little bit about each of those specific aspects? How can, people ensure that their funds are, safe, but also anonymous, as well as the security behind it? Are you guys audited in a sense? Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure. I think we will be able to add some info, but I think idea is simple. People, it's like different people throwing ETH into the one contract, and you will get like TXT with your secret phrase. And to withdraw funds from this contract, only one contract, where it can be stored like 100 ETH, you need to use this phrase, and contract will send you back. And in this way, after pool is audited and of course contract is renounced of this pool, people can make sure that their funds are safe, because no one can call these functions from this contract. We don't like even have such function to withdraw from contract. You can take a look by yourself. So even we have like audit that which was done by Solid Proof. Yeah, not like too big big audit and not big company, but still we are trying to make it more transparent for people how it works.
All right. So I guess, talk a little bit about, deposit, withdrawal, and transfer processes for this pool. Following up on this last question, I guess where's the revenue from the 0.5% platform fee allocated to? So we're going to talk about the deposit, withdrawal, and transfer processes. Could you talk a little bit about that as well as the fee?
Oh yeah, of course. When you are depositing, the platform won't take any fee, so you will just pay for transaction fee in your blockchain. But when you need to withdraw, you can choose. Of course, we have second option, but first of all, we are pushing thing that you are getting zk-snark proof. I mean secret phrase for you to withdraw funds. And when you're trying to withdraw your funds, you will need to choose between fully anonymous withdrawal, when you don't need to pay any gas fees from your wallet. You don't need to connect your wallet, but contract needs to send you ETH from this contract, so it will take some fee. And in addition, of course, to make a platform more viable, of course, to make our development possible, future development possible, we are taking some small fee, and we are sharing this fee, which we will take from you, to all CipherCore DAO. Of course, this is not implemented because we just started to like implement that. We have pools contracts ready, but it requires literally good testing on testnet, of course. After that, some implementation and audit, and only after that we will add this on our website, and of course make people stake, for example, token, and get some revenue from that. This will increase, of course, TVL on platform, make token way more valuable and literally might cause maybe some like lack of supply available for people. Yeah, of course.
All right,
Second
so
options.
yeah. So that's what I was more focused about. Yeah, I was about to ask you
Yeah.
for the second option. All right, keep going. My bad.
No problem. Just like in addition, we have another option to withdraw funds. You can withdraw using not a relayer, which was explained before, but you can use direct wallet withdraw. So you will be able to connect wallet and using again secret phrase, just paying gas fees by yourself, withdraw to your new wallet. It might be more useful for you, but it depends, and it requires less fees. I'm sorry, a little bit more fees.
All right. I guess, talking about the whole idea behind it, kind of the big aspect behind you guys is not just, the anon pools and such like that. It's the DAO. So as part of this DAO, CP holders and such like that have governance power or voting rights, as some like to say, but more oh my God, I was literally practicing to say this word just now. Intriguingly, 100% of the revenue is allocated to the DAO pool. So tell me more about the decisions holders get to vote on and exactly what the DAO pool consists of.
Yeah, of course. Maybe do you want to proceed? Because I think we learned a lot from our journey. Yeah, no problem. I can try to explain. Okay, we go ahead. Go.
Okay, so the brief summary here is that the governance tokens and the DAO pools, they earn something from the whole fees. They can decide what token they will earn their revenue. So this is the plan behind the DAO pools and governance tokens. So I think Raymond can talk about the details more because I'm stressed AF.
Yeah,
and
sure. Of course, as an incentive, we are using a revenue share between token holders and token stakers, but also people will be able to vote for like to propose any decision they want to see in the protocol, and people from this DAO, they will vote for that. For simple example, if we will see like big amount of transactions coming through like CipherCore, maybe like active participants might be interested in reducing their fees, because many people using this protocol, so it won't cause like lack of revenue coming through platform, but will make people more like interested in using this platform, and they can propose like, I want to reduce a fee on platform like for 25%, and they will create this proposal for everyone, so people will be able to vote. And of course, like whales, maybe they will have some bigger power, but the whales, of course, they will be interested in using this platform too, because they're holding token, they're using this to make like to trick wallet chasers, to trick their their if I can say that, like enemies who want to make their life harder, for example. And you can think more about this, and you will come to different ideas. For example, if we want to develop something in addition to like protocol, for example, we are thinking about anonymous swap on CipherCore, but I think you will ask about this a little bit later. So yeah, kind of stuff like that.
All right. So I guess
Mhm.
yeah. So following up on the last question, you talked a little bit about the DAO pool. So what are the lockup periods for staking pools? And do you think, currently your APR is at 376%? Do you think that this is sustainable?
Of course, no. First of all, we are trying to make a protocol viable and sustainable, and we won't cause like project diets before even a coming bull run. We want to run this for long term, and we want to come to this bull run with for full power. So we don't have opportunity to to trick people with this high APR and stuff like that. We better make true supporters like get a smaller amount of revenue, but it will be true. Otherwise, if like people will collect even more tokens from different stakings or stuff like that, they will have more chances to dump on this, and this will cause like lack of liquidity for everyone, and it will be harder to recover from that. And of course, I think maybe APR a little bit higher, like than usual APR for different like stable coins or altcoins. This work for us. This will be a little bit higher incentive, but it won't cause big like dumps from staking and stuff like that. I think I had some example in my head, but sorry, I forgot. Yeah, it is a cool question, of course, because always goal always is not to kill project in in short term, and it's way more harder to keep it alive for long term. And our goal is to do this. And first part, which we are doing, is we are holding our price. We we are facing not too like not good times because maybe market is too slow this summer, but a good thing that people who like bought this token, they are literally interested in holding because they know that utility is the key on any market. Your meme coins can die like literally in no time, but we got some good core supporters which will follow us in future, and they holding your floor price, and it's literally cool because of course we can't push them to do this, but we are trying to gain their support, so they will learn, and of course we will learn too as the project because we also am I an investor in this project, and I'm invested in some like good amount of funds because I think that utility is the key on any market.
All right, fair. So I guess, if Cipher tokens are, kind of the revenue shares behind CipherCore, through which holders earn profits generated by the platform, kind of like, stock dividends in a sense. Does that mean if I own, for example, 10% of the supply, I get 10% of the generated revenue? And if so, where would I be able to claim it? Do you guys have some sort of DApp that allows, to claim and compound and stuff like that?
At the moment, we don't have such the app like that. We currently focusing on development of additional utilities, and of course, in implementation of this stuff. It requires some time again because we are trying to do this properly to avoid any bugs and stuff, and launch this like so it will work literally good for people, and they won't face any issues. Of course, we proved ourselves that we can implement the app, and for example, for pre-sale, we easily bring a dashboard for investors, so they will be able to see any information about their token holdings and stuff like that. And literally, this is not a problem to make them get all info they want. And of course, I think since they had like tokens, if you I continue your question, so even if they sold their tokens, they still should be able to claim their revenue because they was holders and they was participants of this. So they invested their time and funds into that, and this is the right approach, I think. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I guess, talking a little bit about the lock-up periods and such like that, could we talk a little bit about the tokens economy, covering everything from, taxes, liquidity locks, supply distributions, and whatever, you feel necessary to mention relating to the tokenomics of CipherCore itself.
Oh, yeah, sure. First of all, our LP is locked, and we have zero tax, buy and sell tax, and a contract is renounced, so we can't do anything with that. And this is the first step on our way to approach this DAO, of course, because we need to be community of the project, not just owned by any wallet or any person. And also we have, as I remember, we have locked liquidity for 6 months. We will extend lock. Of course, it was made just to make sure that we can handle this stuff, all this stuff. We also have burned around 9% of the total supply, so it's from a current market cap, it's around, let me think. Yeah, a little bit more, 13K of tokens. Not much, but still we are reducing your supply. Also, a big part of tokens, I don't quite remember how much of that. We are locked them for monthly vesting schedule, and we are going to use them for example, different sex listings, for some marketing, because we honor bigger and organic growth. We are focusing on that, of course. We want to make sure that we have more and more users for protocol, so it will cause that our protocol is more anon and more trusted by different people. And this lock is around 20% of tokens, and it is locked for 9 months already, so it's release of them not much per month, to be honest. And of course we trying to manage our funds properly, so we have more than 100K in our pre-sale wallet for project development, for marketing, for centralized exchange listings, and we almost didn't use anything from that still, because we got a good support from our core holders and people interested in holding that, because we provided them utility before launch. Not many doing this these days, everyone just meme coins and stuff. So I think not much about tokenomics. You can literally use checker for these tokens to see third party opinion, I think. So you won't just fall for my words, even if it's not true or stuff. Yeah, or you can jump in our main chat or ask there, for example. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give the exact numbers. We have burned 900K tokens. Our total supply was 10 million, and 1.8 million tokens, meaning 80% of the total supply is locked for the team. for CX listing or other stuff, as Roman mentioned.
Yep, thank you, sir. I just not quite able to check this. I'm watching at CryptoFrog with his great hat.
All right. So I guess, moving on, why did you guys decide to do kind of a private as well as a pre-sale for the CipherCore versus a stealth launch or a fair launch? And also, if you could go back in time, would you have done it differently? And then why?
I have my personal opinion. I don't think really fits like our team opinion. As an investor, maybe I suggested to the team like maybe do a stealth launch with some low LP, but like I can disclose some things that even not big platform like that, it requires some funds to develop. So Andrew itself invested a really good amount of funds into this because he can do this solo, but it's always like requires some help from different people who like maybe more experienced in different fields. And of course, as an investor, as I said, for example, I suggested launch like with few ETH in LP, like snipe this LP from like their wallets, and then write like 200 of K's market cap, and probably take some profits and use them for marketing and stuff. This will create like maybe healthier chat, but risks here that maybe if like something went wrong, we just don't have funds to develop project further, and it might cause like that project is dead or closing, and we don't have we like we didn't met this point where project is viable enough. The second part, as the maybe active participant and team, as I'm doing some advisory, helping with community management. Pre-sale was good because we raised enough liquidity, and we onboarded literally like almost the top people in the space to participate in private sale. So they, instead of just funds, they brought to us really valuable connections. They helped with marketing, and it was way more effective than we just raised this private sale from like just regular people. I'm not saying that regular people is bad, but of course, when everyone considering private pre-sales, they should, of course, not just allow to maybe everyone, because no, you won't find any big project like with millions of market cap who did private sale with like just some random people without maybe backgrounds. I won't say that the DTs are bad or good, but you just don't know them. You don't know their reputation, if they will help you or not. Of course, it's like it's maybe not too honest, but it's like helping projects to be like more viable in this space. And this way we raise some funds. We are able to use them for future project development, for even for some buybacks and stuff. It's like we are always considering this, and with help of some like we are sometimes using some funds for marketing, and this way we are helping to keep or floor like at this current market cap. And it's really nice because I see like projects literally dying in like hours or even few days. And we are still holding, we are still healthy, and of course they're working hard. Yeah, so I can talk literally a lot about this, but I think it's mostly my personal opinion. Everyone here, I think, have like their own personal opinion. So maybe just like maybe when V for in that might add something since he invested too. Maybe not. But yeah, in general, that's for me.
All right. So I guess, talking a little bit about, why you guys, decide to do private sales and pre-sale, unless I'm missing it, went on the website and I don't, on the website, I don't really see like a roadmap or, the white paper. So like, why do you guys, don't have this? And do you guys plan to create, a white paper or sort of a roadmap anytime in the future?
Yeah, of course. It's a really good question because, as you know, like when project creates roadmap, it makes this project to stick to this roadmap. And when you're like you want to implement something which is make project more valuable, like in even short term, you actually can do this because people might say like, what are you doing, you're not following your roadmap and stuff like that. First of all, we want to feel new trends in this market because it's literally changing every day. We want to try maybe new meta or stuff like that. We try to create voting in our community to make people vote what they're interested mostly. Of course, as we presented earlier, and yeah, as a whole concept is to create DAO pools. It will be implemented, of course, and I think like it won't take much time. And in addition, maybe we will be able to create something on top of our project to make our investors to create new revenue, new to create for them new ways of to create some profits for them. So this will attract more attention to the project. And of course, we'll present development roadmap a little bit later. This is in our plans. But we just need to catch some momentum, build bigger community, and we are just fine, and we are riding this wave.
All right, sick. So I guess, I have no doubts, you guys are in the midst of building a great ecosystem that offers, beneficial services, while also kind of rewarding holders. But the truth is, such utility is futile without users and user growth. So such users could be, best acquired through, for example, strategic marketing initiatives. So how do you guys, plan to grow, sustain, and incentivize, a loyal user, base for your project?
Well, actually, we're not in a rush. Actually, in total, we just give every marketing strategy a try and then go for the next one. We want the results. We want to build a strong and loyal community. I personally check some wallets. They just buy and dump without any profit. It's maybe because of the market situations. Market is saturated. There is no more money in the market, and the BTC dominance is going up and spiking every day. But we're here for the long time, and we're trying every marketing strategy available. So not in a rush, and that's it. We're just trying everything out to get the best combination of the strategies and focus on that marketing strategy.
This approach to find more users for the platform to create revenue, it requires different strategies, different approaches, and we are trying almost everything to make like to find best combination before really bigger push for that. As part of incentives, maybe we're thinking about different approaches. For example, we have a chance like to implement to like if you are using platform, you will get some like tokens as reflection, and you will be able like to claim them a little bit later and reinvest them into the DAO pools. And this might incentive people to use platform, and this will make us bigger competitor to the different similar projects. It's literally a big amount of different ways to do this. I think more organic growth will come when we'll be listed, for example, on centralized exchange with, of course, with real volume, with real people. I'm not talking about like top 100 centralized exchange. Like I don't even want to mention them because they don't have like no community. Of course, we don't want to like to make their communities to use platform. We want to like to have bigger adoption in this case. So people maybe they will be more interested to have to use privacy protocols to make their life more private from anyone. Because as you know, maybe there's like different even blockchains and stuff. They're trying to use this approach too, and I tried some of them too, and they raised like millions of dollars, and they didn't bring almost anything to the mainnet. And of course, we want to take their place and to take good market share from that. So yeah, it's literally like it's a hard question to answer, but I think like combination of ways of organic growth, not just like throwing away tokens or money for different giveaways. We need to implement our token deeper into our ecosystem, so people will be more interested to use platform or to share our project with their friends who might be interested in this privacy stuff. So yeah, I hope that's enough.
All right. So I guess, in terms of legal and, compliance regulations, you guys are definitely kind of operating in a kind of a gray area, which could be fair, could be said for crypto, as a whole. So, but how do you guys plan on, complying with, legal regulations, for example?
I really, we don't think that we are was like thinking about this before. In general, we have like plans since our founder is from Dubai. He's available to register maybe some kind of company or some kind of like even office for like to connect this business to the real world, for example. And if we will face like that, like scammers or riggers using our platform, of course we will attract all resources to make sure that this person like will be real to everyone. We are aiming to be whitewasher, not just like platform for scammers or stuff like that. Of course, it's not on us like that. Some dishonest people will use this platform, but if we'll face some issues, of course we will try to solve them, and we are not going to collect like any data about people maybe who are using this platform. We'll just like provide all on-chain data and analysis about their wallets and stuff like that. It's literally, yeah. Actually, I am always suffering from such projects like that, like where developers just don't want to push it, don't want to spend his time on project and run it for a while, and it causes like people wasting their money and they just disappearing. And literally I'm facing this almost like not every day, but weekly, of course. And I don't want like to make dishonest people to use platform. Of course, we will say that you're not allowed to use them. We don't have such thing as blacklist or stuff like that, because it's like it should be decentralized. But we'll try to make sure that these people like just not around, not using platform, even if they generating some revenue for people. It's not, I think it's not appropriate stuff in this space.
All right. So I guess, before we start community questions in our Kahoot, to kind of summarize everything, why would you personally consider Cypher a good project to be a part of, not just on the investor side, but as, service side as well?
Of course, we first of all, we have experienced team, and as we mentioned before, for example, he was there for LNFi, dev team lead, and they raised it literally, as I remember, one of the projects is like 6K ETH when it was like hype on Arbitrum chain, and they showed and proved ourselves like a honest person who not who doing his work in time, and he really can push any project and raise like decent amounts of money and manage them properly. And second thing that we launched it and proved that we really can run project with working utility, working platform. We can resolve any issues and we can hold our chart. Our team can hold the chart. So we are not pushing people to hold this. We are letting them hold by his own hands. We are not like blaming them for anything, even if they will sell. So we have resources to recover from anything. I think, and I believe into that. Second is that we, since we deliver a working platform, we will deliver next utilities, and we have experience in that. And in addition to research we are doing literally every day and different projects, I think we will find something new, hidden cool utility for token, for example. And it's really cool because we have like experience in many different projects, because we have had a chance to experiment with that. And maybe some experience wasn't too successful, but first of all, it's experience, and we always improving our experience, and we not trying to waste people time and waste people money. And we are trying to make people follow us, of course. I think I don't think that I can add something else. I hope it cover all questions like from today.
All right, yeah, we're just gonna take some community questions. So Aisha asks, is it said on the website the anonymous transactions are made easy with CipherCore. Does that also mean that they're completely untraceable? I ask to say because we've seen in recent times that the USA government has been investing in blockchain analysis tools, have been working with cryptocurrency exchanges to monitor and track suspicious transactions. With all transactions recorded on the blockchain, the government has proven that transactions can be traced with the right tools and expertise. What are your tools to combat this?
we go ahead. I think you can explain well.
Okay, so actually the in-arm pools actually work on the basis of making a lot of transactions at the same time and making deposits and withdrawals based on a secret phrase. It works like you deposit either using the relays or using your wallet. If you use the relay, you won't need to enable and approve the token, but the fee would be a little bit higher. And if you're using the wallet transfer, you will be paying for the fees, but they will be less. So the thing is here, we use a lot of transactions at the non-pools, to make them, how to put this, to make them disappear, literally disappear. We cover the traces. You won't have any stalkers or anyone who can check your wallets. You will somehow, let's put this, you transfer to a CX, and you withdraw with another wallet, and no one will be able to trace the wallet that has been used for transferring. If there, I think Raymond will be able to provide more details about this.
Yeah, it's literally the same. Actually, not the same at all, but it works similar because when you are depositing into the centralized exchange, you are connecting your deposit wallet address and your non-custodial wallet address. But when are you withdrawing from centralized exchange? Every centralized exchange using a few, not big amount of wallets to make withdrawals from exchange to your wallet, and these funds are mixing on this big wallet address, which owned by centralized exchange, and no one just can track this. But of course, your centralized exchange can track this, and they collect your data, and it's really that everyone knows that these are collecting your data. At Cypher, you paying some fees, but we are not tracking any of that data, which wallet you pasted to withdraw, what secret phrase you pasted to withdraw your funds. So it's more safer and more anon for you, because a centralized exchange can stop your withdrawal from your account, and they can ask for proof.
Okay, just a quick question, kind of just sorry to interrupt, but every transaction has an IP. So how would that work in that sense? Because obviously, when you buy, when you put in a product, for example, and you're buying into the CipherCore pool or whatever, it has an IP that's attached to it. So how could that be, untraceable in a sense?
Actually, we are not collecting such data, but I think you can freely use a protocol through the EtherScan, just by connecting your wallet direct to the contract on EtherScan and depositing your ETH to the pool contract. But you will need to save your secret phrase properly. So no data will be collected.
Okay.
To this, well, most of the DEXs also track and record the IP address of their users. For example, PancakeSwap or ApeSwap, all of them record the IP address of their users using some cookies through the browsers. And there are some academically revised articles based on them. So what Cipher provides you with something beyond everything possible at the moment. No traces at all.
All right.
I'll actually
Okay.
share this article with you in private in a few minutes.
Okay. So I guess another question is Media Couture asks, is talking about the security of the secret key. If it gets lost and there's no way of getting it back with the backup, do you provide methods to get those accounts or keys back? And what happens to those funds in those lost accounts?
Well, since it's like privacy and protocol about safety and or pools not allowing or to withdraw any funds, and of course we won't be able to recover funds if you lose your secret phrase. This is the key thing in the whole project, that we we can't do anything with people funds. So these funds will be stuck forever until you'll find your secret phrase, or if you will never find this phrase, this will stay at the pool. So yeah, it's simple.
All right.
very simple here.
So that does make sense. So I guess regarding Greed asks, is there any kind of limitations or scenarios where anonymity might be compromised despite using the wallet-to-wallet transfers, and what sort of safeguard measures have you done throughout on your tools?
Okay, it's all depends on what how you are taking care about your anonymity. For example, if your wallet was connected before, so this washer won't help you much, because your wallet was connected before, and it won't cause any problems to connect them again. If you are doing some investigation on chain. Of course, I think it's more safer thing is to use most popular pool, most popular amount of funds, for example, 1 ETH or 0.1 ETH to make transactions, because these small transactions are mostly which people using these days. And if you will deposit 10 ETH and immediately withdraw 10 ETH at the same time, it might looks like both wallets are yours. So as a tip for everyone is to use smaller amount. So withdraw, for example, if you deposited today, then withdraw them in few days, and maybe even in a week. Wait till more transactions went through the pool, and this will make your wallet less connected, maybe with your original wallet. So wallet chasers will be tricked in this case, I think. I hope I get.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I guess we're gonna get into our Kahoot now. If Mike is ready, Mike has already finished our Kahoot for us, I believe.
So while I'm getting it set up, maybe just ask one more question in the meantime.
Yeah, I'll do one more question. No problem. All right. So I guess let me find a good question. Okay. So Agent James asks, is Tornado Cash? Oh no, I think we already talked about this a little bit. Snow White asks, is one of the major issues with staking is the fact that in bear markets there's usually low volume, which makes the token staked and the rewards worthless. What are your thoughts, I guess, to kind of mitigate this problem?
I think it's really simple to maybe reduce rewards or make or create for people additional ways to create some profits from project, to build something on top of the project. Because of course we can't guarantee that people will use like every day with equal volume of project. So we should build additional utilities for not maybe like just like deposit and withdraw, but of course, for example, invest into something, invest into some strategy or something like that, and build this utility like private too. So main focus is privacy. So we want to, like, for example, look into create like maybe anonymous swap for everyone on top of the Uniswap. So this will make it more safer, and as I understand, math bots, these are enhancing people who are making swaps on Uniswap. So by using this privacy thing, we can make math bots wrecked, for example. So people won't use money on swaps and stuff like that. Yeah, utility was always the case. So for me, for example.
Okay. All right. So we just posted up to Kahoot, guys. Please join up to Kahoot with your Telegram username. We're usually gonna start around 25 players. Let's see some names. I'm gonna disable my camera for now. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys are joining up to Kahoot with your Telegram username.
Alrighty, so for today I've prepared 11 questions for you guys, more true and false this time. Last chance to familiarize yourself with the Gitbook. Most of the questions can be found in there. Yeah, we're gonna wait for a few more people to join, and then we're gonna start it up. Let's get 5 more people in here. Seeing some familiar faces in here. The Goat, Agent, Demetrio, Henry. Greed is good. Alright, I'm going to give you guys another 30 seconds before we start it up. We're at 25 people. Let's see if we can get to 30. Diamond Hands is here. Welcome. Alrighty, 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Go on, let's get 2 more people. 2 people left for some reason. Maybe they went to go edit their usernames in.
Okay, so maybe you should do a countdown from 10.
Yeah, we'll give them another 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's start it up. Alrighty. So the first question for today's Kahoot is, which of the following statements best represents CipherCore? A community-ran ETH utility ecosystem Tornado Cash V2, an ETH utility project, or a community-driven ETH utility ecosystem. This one only requires common sense. Should be fairly easy. I expect most of you guys to get this one right. And it is community ran, hence their DAO. A bunch of you guys said community driven. It is community ran. Rayhan in first, Wagme in second, and Henry in third. Question number 2. What does CipherCore have to offer? Anon pools, DAO, staking, or all of the above? This is probably the easiest question of the Kahoot, so best of luck. And remember, even if you get the first few ones wrong, that doesn't mean you have to leave the Kahoot. You always have a chance to recover. Always. And it is all of the above. Wagme takes first, and Spidey now in third. Question number 3, this one's a puzzle. This one's a bit trickier. So list the Anon pool's deposit to withdrawal process, step by step, in order from top to bottom. Take your time on this one. Again, even if you don't know the steps, it's common sense. I'll give you a hint. It starts with the tools page, and I'm sure you can figure out what it ends with. So there's 2 out of the 4 for you guys. Alrighty, 3 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and only one person got it right. Wow, so it's tools page, obviously. Select token plus amount, like I said. You got to generate the key, copy it, submit, and then confirm the transaction. And then when you go to withdrawal, you then click transfer method, paste the key, click relayer, and then withdrawal. Close, very close. Jitters on a 3 streak and takes first place. Congratulations. C-Man, one question. He got it right. Now in first place. Moving on to question number 4, true or false. Most major decisions that CipherCore takes are voted on by token holders through the voting page. So a little grammatical error there. True or false? This one's also fairly easy. Most of you guys should get this one right. And it is, of course, true. Spidey takes second. Moving on to question 5. CipherCore charges a 1.5% platform fee per deposit in the Anon pool. True or false? Again, like I said, you guys should have went over their Git book because it explicitly says it in there. Let's see if you guys did your research. And it is false. It's 0.5. Leaderboards changing. Henry in first, Wagme in second, and Demetrio in third. Question number 6, true or false? 100% of CipherCore's platform revenue is allocated to the DAO pool. True or false? We also touched upon this in the AMA, so if you were paying attention, super, super, super easy for you guys. It is true. Leaderboard remains unchanged. Question number 7, true or false? Cypher tokens are not revenue shares in CipherCore through which holders earn profits generated by the core platform. True or false? Remember, not revenue shares. Trick question? I don't know. It might be. It is, of course, false. Cipher tokens are revenue shares. Leaderboard unchanged. Question number 8. What is Cipher tokens' total supply and buy and sell taxes? 10 mil 0, 10 mil 1 and 1, 100 mil 5 and 5, or 1 mil 4 and 4? Again, if you guys did your research, super, super easy. And it is, of course, 10 mil 0 and 0. 3 players on an answer streak of 3. Congratulations, guys. Question number 9. CipherCore's DAO pools allows holders to stake their Cipher to earn either wrapped ETH, USDT, or more Cipher. What is the APR on these pools? 356%, 376, or 326? Or maybe you don't know. This one's a bit of a tougher one. 376, yeah. Majority of you guys got that. Great. 3 players on an answer streak of 6. Wow. Second last question. True or false? Cipher is waiting for their solid proof audit to be finalized. True or false? Waiting for it to be finalized. And of course, it's false because it's already been finalized. Little trick question there. Last question, multi-select. Who represented CipherCore in today's AMA? We have V for Vendetta, Andrew Matthew, John Kennedy, or Roman. Multi-select because there were 2. One more than the other, but nonetheless still 2. So let's see if you guys were paying attention. And it is, of course, V and Roman. Great stuff.
Very, very interesting. I don't want to be John Kennedy. Actually, I just want. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to clarify these APRs. It was like it's good to pay attention to the details, and I really like when people pay attention to details, but our final APR won't be that much. It was just for reference to create some kind of test UI stuff and things like that, since these pools not implemented. But anyway, it's good for if you want to train your attention, and it's really important in crypto to pay attention to the details. And yeah, it's really great hood. Thank you, sir.
Of course. Yeah, my apologies for getting that wrong. I guess technically the majority of people still did get it right because it was listed on your website. So, yeah, perfect. CryptoFrog, would you like to pick today's random giveaway winner?
Yeah, no problem. So I'm looking for people that are in the pond, as always. I'm looking for people who I've never given to.
I see DeFi Whale, Space Ranger, Minister. I'm trying to pick some people who I don't necessarily recognize.
I feel like some people, they make alts or whatever, and they'll delete messages prior if I've given them. But I don't think I've given to this guy. I'll give it to them. Mazi Inichao. I've given to Space Ranger. I swear I have. Some people were saying they've never won.
That is one preferred typewriters to keyboards.
Yeah. All right, man. What a fun AMA. Definitely a longer one for sure. But thank you guys so much for coming on, Roman and V for Vendetta, representing the team at CipherCore. It was a lot of fun having you guys, and thank you all the frogs for joining as well.
Thank you too, sir. It was really interesting, and this quiz made me stressful too, because it's like very interesting.
All right, sounds good, brother. Have a good one, everyone. Peace out.